So, all right, everyone. So, we have Sammy Akhtar with us, who is one of the finest Amazon guy that we know in India. So, we'll talk about his journey and we'll see what he's doing. And definitely, after this video, we will also have the links to his agency and the work that he has been doing, so that you can guys can actually find Sammy Akhtar post this video. So, Sammy Akhtar, first of all, welcome to the channel. How's it going with you?
Thank you so much, Mr. Jan. Thank you so much for having me today. It's been great. It's been cloudy here in Kolkata, just a little bit hot. I think Mumbai is pretty warmer there, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good. So Kolkata is like generally famous for tea and its weather, so that's pretty awesome.
Exactly.
So Sammy, tell us a little bit about your journey, man. Like, how did you get started with Amazon? What's the background? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a funny story for me. I started when I was in the second year of my college doing engineering. Obviously, there's a common saying that engineers can do anything apart from
Mhm.
engineering. So that is how it started. I started on second year of my college. Strangely enough, I had to start because of some of issues happened with my family. My father had an accident, and I had to start something to support my family, my mother and my sister. So that was the only option I saw. I had 60,000 rupees. That was I have to suppose to give to my semester fees, but I rather choose that. Okay, I had to take this risk. Let's invest that in the product. So I invested
Mhm.
that amount in my first product. First product was called Mop Holder. Everyone in
Mm.
the market was selling for 500 rupees. I went a little bit brave on that side. I sold for 999 to 1500. Obviously, the sales amount I
Wow.
was getting was really low. That was a lost product for me. The entire
Okay.
investment was also lost. So
Mm.
started from that, almost sold 1.5, 1.5 year I sold in that brand. Later on, we sold cotton swings and all. Then I exited that brand. Right now, my partner handles it. I do
Mhm.
not look into that brand now. I am completely focused into our agency right now. So yeah, that is how it's been going on right now.
That is awesome. So, did you like drop out from your college, or you continued with your semester? Yeah,
Yeah.
did you
So
drop out
what
from your
happened
college, or did
was,
you just continue with your semester as well?
yeah. So what happened was, I had the semester fees of 60,000. Next month was the exam. Okay. So before entering in the
Mm.
examination hall, we have to register ourselves for the exam and pay the semester fees that is due, and also pay the examination fees. I spent entire money that I had, and obviously I had to attend the exams as well because there was a family pressure because my father recently died and I had to complete my studies. I didn't had that money to pay for semester fees. I went to the principal, the HOD of our mechanical department, and he saw that there is an opportunity where if someone's parent dies during the studies in our board, the entire fees will be covered by the board itself. So that was a
Wow.
positive point for me. I didn't had to pay for the semester fees. That was completely given from the board itself, and yeah, I completed it. But obviously, 2 years was the year that I learned, I studied. The rest was completely invested in my business.
Okay. Got it, man. Awesome journey. So, just want to understand, how did you get the idea about doing this business only? There were so many other businesses that you could pursue. Why this?
Yeah, so I was scrolling down YouTube, and one of my seniors suggested one video with a video named as Passive Income with Amazon FBA. Okay. Strangely enough,
Mm.
that video caught my attention, and I watched that video that how we can use FBA and start our business.
Mm.
And I was living in that hostel room where I had to live with four other people, and there was
Mm.
no opportunity for me to store my products somewhere in the hostel because after it is one room. So I got
Mm.
that where I am staying right now, 5 kilometers near that, there is a FBA warehouse. So I got that idea. There is a
Mm.
YouTube channel by the name of Ecomtech Katarka that was uploading
Yeah.
that video on FBA. I got the idea from that
Yeah.
video, and strangely enough, it started from there.
Wow. So you started without any mentorship, any program, just like by watching some free videos online.
Yeah. So I watched few videos from US because in India there was no such videos. That is how I started learning and doing the errors myself, and then going on and studying myself.
Got it. Fast forward today, like what are you doing now? What's your prime, business that you guys are doing right now?
Yeah, right now I own an agency called Regrow Media, where we are just helping brands to increase the conversion rate, trying to figure out how we can help them to increase their conversion rate, their sales. That is how we are completely focused on, only focused on Amazon, helping them to grow their Amazon sales.
Awesome, man. So tell me a little bit more about your agency. So, how do you transition from being like a seller on Amazon and then an agency? Tell me a little bit about that journey.
Yeah, definitely. So I remember when I have done a podcast with you on my channel.
Mhm.
It was a great
Yeah.
podcast, right?
Yeah.
So I think I have interviewed you almost 1 year after I started my YouTube channel. I
Mhm.
started my YouTube channel on the year I think 2018 or something like that. I recently left my job. I was in a job as well after
Okay.
completing my studies because
Mhm.
my business wasn't generating any money. I had to feed my business, so I had to
Mhm.
get the money from the job and feed entire money to the business.
Right.
That is how I was managing the investment. So on 2018, I started my YouTube channel. I had around 200 subscribers. I launched my program, mentorship program, and training program. And after that, I was getting a lot of inquiries in my emails, in my YouTube comments that this is our account because I was showing my data live with them that this is how much
Mhm.
I am doing. If I'm making any profits, if I'm making any loss, I was showing this was a mistake I have done. You shouldn't make this, and this mistake cost me this much. That is why I am in loss. So I
Mhm.
used to show everything, and then strangely enough, I got a lot of comments, emails of brands asking me to check their account and hopefully manage their account. That is where
Mhm.
that particular idea came in that I should start the agency and those kind of thing. Then now, almost in the year 2018, end of 2018 or 19, we started the agency, and here we are.
Mhm. Wow, that's great. So, I mean, it's very natural, even like as a coach, as a mentor, into the space of Amazon. It's a similar journey that you had, except that there was no fees for me to pay, for the college thing. So it's very natural once you have your expertise, you demonstrate through your channel and everything. People reach out to you with agency. So in terms of your agency, like there are so many other agencies which are there in the market, right? Like I think more than 1,000 plus. So what makes Regro Media, a little bit different as compared to other people?
Yeah, uh, I thought the same thing when I started the agency because we have to put some differentiation. Why would people trust us, right?
Yeah.
So right now, what I'm thinking is my goal. One of the topmost goal is to become the most appreciated speaker in Amazon space. That is
Hmm.
what my goal is. So I'm trying to put my story out there in terms of going in events, speaking there, connecting with people, and mainly focusing my entire channel of my agency in India itself. Because what I have seen is India, it is a growing nation and there's a lot of funding happening.
Hmm.
So my target audience
Yeah.
is those clients or those brands which are getting a lot of funding and they do not have the expertise in Amazon. So that is where
Hmm.
I try to differentiate, not focusing on where all of the other agencies are focusing on brands in,
Hmm.
let's say, US, UK. Rather focus on India itself, get to those brands which have the funding, which may need our help a lot. And yeah,
Hmm.
that is where we are trying to differentiate a little bit.
Got it. So, in general, if I ask you, like, what kind of services does Regro Media provide? Is it like a full stack agency, or you just handle PPC side of it?
No, we started with PPC itself, only handling advertising. Then later on, because we were suggesting the client that listen, your images are not good. That is
Hmm.
affecting the conversion rate a lot. Your maybe
Hmm.
custom images in your ads are really bad. Your CTR is really low. You are costing a lot of money. And we also suggested them that these are the changes you need. These are the customer avatar that is going to suit your brand. And they
Hmm.
used to ask us that you know it, you have the experience. Why don't you build this image for us? Then we
Hmm.
started our images and video creatives part, where
Hmm.
we started to do their creatives and then videos. Now it is advertising services and images and creatives. That is what we are doing. We also have a site where we train if if the brand have a team which is good enough and they don't want to take our agency help. We can train their team, which we call train your PPC person. That is
Okay.
a thing that we are also doing. So mainly
Got it.
three kind of services. Yeah.
Okay, so one is like the ad, one is the creative side, and the third is like you can train their team for the PPC so
Yeah.
that they can do it on their own. Got it, man.
Exactly.
Awesome. So in terms of like the client base, for the viewers who are watching right now, who is your ideal client? Like if somebody wants to work with Agromedia, what should they have? Like, yeah, tell a little bit about
Yeah.
that.
So uh, what we look at generally when we look at any client, obviously, we have asked a lot of agency owners the same question, that who do you think your right avatar is? And they would tell, I want client with a very good conversion rate, their listing should be optimized, very good CTR, I'll just bring on traffic and sales will come on. So obviously that was kind of ideal client that everyone looks at, but it is very hard to
Mm,
get. Right
mm,
now, our ideal client, if I just share you how our client base right now looks
mm,
like, so it is a mix of global accounts. Probably 20-30% would be from India. Another 20-30% will be from India, selling in global marketplaces like US and UK mainly, and the rest is distributed in US and UK. So that is how the
mm,
current client base looks like. But we are focusing a lot right now in Indian D2C brands,
mhm.
trying to help them. That is what we look at our target audience to be in the next 1 or 2 years.
Wow, that's amazing. And currently, like, how many clients are you guys serving?
Yeah, right now we are probably at 60 or 62, something like that. I haven't checked thoroughly.
Wow, that's amazing. And you also have a co-founder who manages the back end of your thing, right? So tell me, like,
Yeah.
how do you guys divide responsibilities? What do you do and what does he do?
Yeah, so my co-founder name is Sandeep. Sandeep, I strangely enough, he got to connect with me through my courses,
Wow.
and I got the potential. I saw the potential in him that yes, he's a person that can take the responsibility, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because when he starts doing something, he's 100% into it, and I
Hmm.
was lucky enough to get him in this.
Mhm.
If I just give you a brief of it, he runs the whole company. Okay, he runs the whole
Wow.
company right now. I
Hmm.
am just looking into the marketing side of the company. If I
Hmm.
just give you a brief, he should be the CEO of this company. He is running everything from operations to training. Now, obviously, our team size is growing. We are at around 37, 38 right now. So,
Wow.
uh, our responsibilities are divided in juniors as well.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that is how we
Nice.
started.
Great. Awesome. So you look at the marketing side of it, which means like maybe branding, knowing that Regro Media, like creating more awareness,
Yeah,
and the back end, the entire operations part is handled by Sandeep.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's amazing. So what's your goal now? Like, what do you want to take this agency to? Like, what do you want your agency to be really known for?
Yeah, probably we have a goal to make this agency serving more towards Indian D2C brands. That
Hmm.
is what we are looking into. And in order to get that, obviously, we have to make our branding very strong.
Hmm.
So, my goal in order to get that branding strong is to become the topmost speaker in Amazon space. That is
Hmm.
how people can know me. I've started to take steps on it, already
Hmm.
taken action. Obviously, I'm following my mentor, Grant Cardone, and
Hmm.
taking multiple actions as much as I can in order to get to that position. And yeah, goal is same. Goal is to get to those brands which needs our service,
Hmm.
starting from India D2C brands.
Got it. And in terms of D2C brand that you mentioned, like what kind of difference do you see with these D2C brands as compared to like normal sellers generally that you work? Like, is there any mindset difference? Is there any, yeah, if you could
Yeah.
share that.
Yeah, so what is happening is recently, because I have been in touch with you years, right? We have been connected from
Yeah.
years, and what we have seen, and we have been talking about the same, that costs are rising in terms of ad
Mm,
costs. So it is not decreasing. What we have seen, when if I just look back in 2017 compared to
mm,
2023, the costs are not decreasing. It is constantly rising. The bids are rising. The ad cost is rising. It is a comparative number, right? So
yeah.
what we are seeing is, in order to get to this market and stay long, you have to
Mm,
focus a lot more in a different side of marketing rather than just direct response marketing, which maximum
mm,
sellers who are below 30 lakhs range they are doing, because they don't have a specific budget for branding. uh,
mm,
so what that is what they are doing right now. And when I look at this brand knows exactly what their customer acquisition cost is. what
Hmm.
their lifetime value per customer is, how much they can spend to get one customer, and how much
Hmm.
year or how many year that customer is going to stay with them. After they
Hmm.
don't know this number, they can now launch multiple products targeting the same market or same product or same particular customer. And also, they have a threshold that this is how much we can spend. So
Hmm.
they are more keen towards branding because now they know exactly where their budget is going, how much they are going to get back, and they are not looking at 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. They are looking at years.
Hmm.
So that entices me a lot.
Got it. So it's more like with D2C brands generally who are doing good at Shopify and their own website of Amazon, they actually have like nailed down their avatar. They know like what they're selling. They are more data driven. They understand like what's the budget, what kind of lifetime value, which is very much uncommon with Amazon sellers where they don't understand all these things that much. Okay. In terms of difficulty, if I ask you, how difficult is it for a D2C brand? Okay, let's talk about this. Why do you think D2C brands are not able to um, do good on Amazon, but they are doing pretty well in offline, like off Amazon sales?
Yeah, I mean, it comes to the same thing that if your brain is involved in multiple things, you can only do one thing better, right? That is the main thing. If your brain is involved in two, three different things, your attention will be also distributed. The same thing happening with them as well. They are good at acquiring customer through their maybe their website, through other channels. Maybe their team members are also good in that. And Amazon is a platform which is constantly growing. Their algorithm is constantly changing. New things are launching, like AMC. They're connecting every dots right now, from this DSP to brand ads. Now we can track the whole funnel. Obviously India will get it later on. So these things, in order to get them to this, to gather all this knowledge, it will take them a lot of time. So that is where we think they need a
Hmm.
agency or someone to train them with this all skills. And even if they train them, they have to be constantly in touch with the new things that are happening in Amazon space, because Amazon itself is a very big thing. Constantly new updates, new algorithm changes happening. So main thing what I think is the learning phase and the strategy phase they miss out, because Amazon works completely different than the other platforms that they mainly focus on.
Right.
That would be the main reason. Yeah.
Got it. That's amazing. So, what kind of categories you guys deal in right now? Like your client base is from what all categories?
Yeah, so we have mainly those hard categories to sell into, like supplements, FMGC products, a lot of those kind of thing, where obviously a costs are very high because they are a lot into acquiring a
Yeah.
lot of customers. And yeah, those brands which are D2C, those are mainly in those particular categories, like maybe
Hmm.
wellness, health, supplements,
Hmm.
those kind of categories.
Got it. Great, man. If somebody wants to reach out to you guys for managing your agency, where should they, look out for you guys?
Yeah, so they can reach out to us at www.regrowmedia.com, regromedia.com. That is where
Okay.
we exist. You can just go and reach out to there. Yeah.
Great. So what I'll do is I'll pin up that thing into the description so that people can actually go to your website. Okay. So any few advice that you want to give to this, Amazon sellers who are watching this video, some of the mistakes that you think that they are doing on a regular basis, do you have any that you face? Yeah.
Yeah. So I would tell you one thing to the Amazon sellers, that make your decision based on data, not on your heart. Okay. Don't listen to
Hmm.
your heart. As an Indian, we always told to listen to our heart, but that is what I see is making the main mistake with Amazon sellers. Right now, we get a lot of data that is available in Amazon. If I just tell you, we have the advertised product report that gives you the whole idea about how much you're spending in each ASIN level for sponsored products and sponsored display. So you can
Hmm.
get that idea and nail down that where you're spending, what is the campaign percentage distribution. That means out of total 100 campaigns, in how many campaigns that ASIN is. And let's assume you're spending 100 rupees in total. That particular ASIN is taking how much percentage of your total spend. You can figure out those things. Also, there is purchase product
Hmm.
report, which can give you idea about purchase product report, which I thought is a gold gem for us, because what we have seen is advertised A sign gets very less sale, but purchase A sign. That means if you're advertising on one A sign, people will click on that ad,
Hmm.
they will go on your listing and they will buy another product from your catalog. That
Hmm.
sales are in huge numbers that we are seeing in the last couple of months, like 6, 7 months. So purchase product report gives you a really good idea about which products you should use in virtual bundle. In India also virtual bundle is there. Virtual bundle pushes your product targeting down. That means your competitors ads down, and also it can increase your average order value. Also you can put
Got it.
those products in your comparison chart as well. So this would be probably one thing. Another thing would be look into your search term impression share report. What search term impression share report gives you is it gives you answer to one question: how can I increase my sales? So how we do it is search term impression share report gives you the search terms in which you are running ads for. It also gives you the rank.
Yeah.
What is your search term impression rank? That means let's assume there are three competitors running ad for one search term, and you are getting 20% impression share, and you are ranking at fourth or fifth position. Your impression rank is fourth or fifth position, and you see that is not a brand dominated keyword. Your conversion rate is very good for that keyword. Your ACOS is really good, but you're taking only 20% impression share. Simply by increasing the bids in those campaigns where that search term is there, because your conversion rate is good, your CTR is good, your ACOS is good, you'll get more impressions in the market. And now, since you're getting more impressions, which is available because you're taking only 20%, you will get more market volume and more sales. That should be the last tip that I had to add.
So you mentioned about two things that most, I mean, I know many actually doing that. So one thing that you told about is the purchase, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello,
your
hello, can
voice
you hear
got
me?
to.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah,
Can you hear
can
me
you hear
now?
me now? Yeah, yeah, it's clear, it's clear. Yeah,
Yeah, I can hear you. Great. Okay,
yeah,
so you gave two actionable tips to the audience. Number one is to go for the purchase report, where you can actually find which product is actually getting sales, not the one which you have advertised, but what is actually generating sales. So it could be like variation, which is,
mhm,
you're not advertising, but that could be selling because of that. So they can
yeah,
use those ASINs and then they can create virtual bundles, right? And the second one you talk about like the
exactly.
search term impression share, where you're having good CTR, good conversions, and you can simply by increasing the bids you can get more market share, more impressions, right? That's awesome. If I would ask you right now, what would be that one actionable, like one strategy that nobody knows about and you guys are using and you're getting good results? If you could share that one tip with any audience. Yeah.
Yeah, what we have seen is if you're running a display campaign, and maybe your display campaign is paused, but maybe you had past visitor in your listing, and now you had a coupon, digital coupon on your A sign. So what Amazon is doing is they are providing the free traffic and showing your that ASIN on their homepage of that particular customer when they're coming. So that is basically a free remarketing that Amazon is doing for you. So that is why we ask all sellers to put minimum. If you can't, only five
Okay,
rupees. Put
can
a
you just
digital
pardon?
coupon
I
of
think
only at least 5 rupees. Yeah. So
sorry, the
the
voice
one
got
thing
cut.
that,
Can you just pardon? Yeah.
yeah, is it okay now?
Yeah. I think there was some lag. Yeah.
Yeah. So the one actionable step would be what we have seen is when we are running a display ad and we have a coupon on it, and let's assume you have paused that display ad, but your coupon is still on. You have past visitor on your listing, and you had that coupon still on. Amazon shows that product's ad on the customer's homepage. Whenever the customer logs into Amazon shopping app, they see that product on their homepage. So the coupon has to be there in order to show in that position. That is a free remarketing that we have seen, and you are not paying for that. Obviously, sellers are not paying for that. So this is a thing that every seller should use. At least put a coupon of 5 rupees. If you cannot, that should bring a lot of sales. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. I've heard this for the first time, so that's amazing. So, audience, if you are seeing this thing, I think you should go and just implement it right away. It's a free strategy, no money involved, and of course, like Amazon is pushing your products. Uh, Nothing better than that. Amazing. And I just wanted to know one more thing, Sammy. In terms of like managing the clients, um, what do you think is like the entire ratio? Because that's like something that the entire, I keep getting comments, right, that we have 200 300 SKUs. but it's 20/80 for us. That means 20% SKUs are getting 80% sales. Is it true in your accounts as well that you have seen, or what's your experience?
Yeah, it is comparatively same because the seller cannot put entire attention on all those AA signs, because if they have 200 300 SKUs, they will not be able to put attention in that. So we have one
Mm.
client, if I just give you example, they have almost 900 SKUs. And how
Mm.
we do it for them is we divide in three parts. That these are the top sessions SKU that have generated maximum sessions in the last 90 days. These are the median session SKU. These are the bottom session SKUs. And we operate and divide the reporting accordingly that way as well. So just try to
Okay.
focus more attention on those left out AA signs. That is what we are trying to do. But generally, as you have said, it is the same with all accounts. 80/20, 20% of the SKU will generate 80% of the sale, because they are not focusing on the rest, because they cannot.
Mm. Got it. Awesome, man. That's amazing. So again, Sammy, welcome. Thanks for the interview. And what I will be doing is, if you are watching everyone and you really need an amazing team to actually help you with scaling on Amazon, do check out Regro Media. I will be putting up the link in the description. And yeah, again, Sammy, amazing interview, and looking forward to seeing you next when you really scale up to the next level.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. See you again.
All
Bye.
right.
Take care.
See you. Bye bye.